Ghana, a nation renowned for its rich gold deposits, faces a double-edged sword. The land is blessed with an abundance of this precious metal, which has been a cornerstone of its economy for centuries. However, this blessing comes with a curse that has far-reaching consequences. Gold, a source of national revenue and economic opportunity, has also become a root of environmental and societal challenges. The allure of gold has driven many to seek their fortunes, but not all that glitters is gold. The pursuit of this metal has led to significant environmental degradation and social upheaval. Illegal gold mining, driven by poverty and the allure of quick riches, operates outside regulatory frameworks, leaving behind a trail of devastation. These unregulated activities have resulted in barren landscapes, polluted water sources, and hazardous working conditions for miners. The environmental impact is profound, with deforestation and soil erosion altering the natural landscape. This essay delves into the dark side of this industry, exposing its impact on Ghana's environment, its people, and its future. The environmental toll is staggering, with rivers and streams contaminated by toxic chemicals used in the extraction process. This pollution not only affects the ecosystem but also the health and livelihoods of local communities. While legal mining contributes to Ghana's economy, illegal operations, often informal and unregulated, wreak havoc on the environment. Legal mining companies are subject to regulations that aim to mitigate environmental damage, but illegal miners operate with impunity, exacerbating the problem. The contrast between legal and illegal mining is stark, highlighting the need for stronger enforcement of environmental laws. This essay will explore the multifaceted consequences of such activities, highlighting the urgent need for sustainable practices and responsible governance. The environmental degradation caused by illegal mining is just one aspect of the problem. The social impact is equally significant, with communities facing displacement, health issues, and economic instability. The aim is to shed light on the plight of Ghana's environment and communities affected by this illicit trade, advocating for change and a brighter future. Environmental activists in Ghana are working tirelessly to raise awareness and push for reforms. Their efforts are crucial in the fight against illegal mining and in promoting sustainable practices that protect both the environment and the people who depend on it. By addressing these issues, we can hope for a future where Ghana's gold is truly a blessing, not a curse. Ghana's lush forests, once teeming with life, are falling victim to the insatiable hunger for gold. These forests, which have stood for centuries, are now being stripped away at an alarming rate. The rich biodiversity that once thrived here is now under severe threat. Illegal miners, in their pursuit of the precious metal, engage in rampant deforestation, clearing vast tracts of land to make way for mining pits and settlements. This unregulated activity not only devastates the forest but also leaves behind a scarred landscape, devoid of life and natural beauty. This destruction of forests has dire consequences for the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The once thriving habitats are reduced to barren lands, unable to support the diverse flora and fauna that once called it home. The intricate web of life that depended on these forests is now unraveling. Trees, the lungs of our planet, absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen, playing a crucial role in regulating the climate. They act as natural air purifiers, filtering pollutants and providing clean air for all living beings. The dense canopy of leaves also helps in maintaining the Earth's temperature by providing shade and reducing the heat. Their removal disrupts this balance, contributing to global warming. Without trees to absorb carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases accumulate in the atmosphere, leading to a rise in global temperatures. This not only affects the local climate but also has far-reaching impacts on weather patterns worldwide. Moreover, deforestation disrupts water cycles, leading to reduced rainfall, soil erosion, and increased risks of droughts and floods. The roots of trees help in holding the soil together, preventing erosion and maintaining the fertility of the land. Without them, the soil becomes loose and is easily washed away by rain, leading to sedimentation in rivers and streams. The loss of habitat threatens countless plant and animal species, pushing them towards extinction. Many species are unable to adapt to the rapid changes in their environment and are left with no place to go. This not only reduces biodiversity, but also disrupts the natural balance of the ecosystem, leading to unforeseen consequences for all living beings. One of the most alarming aspects of illegal gold mining is the use of mercury, a highly toxic heavy metal. This practice, though effective in extracting gold, comes with a heavy price. Mercury is not only dangerous to the environment, but also poses significant health risks to those who come into contact with it. Miners use mercury to extract gold from ore, unaware or indifferent to its devastating health and environmental consequences. The process involves mixing mercury with crushed gold ore, forming an amalgam that separates the gold from the other materials. This method, while efficient, is incredibly hazardous. The mercury, often handled without any protective gear, poses severe health risks to the miners themselves, particularly affecting their nervous and respiratory systems. Chronic exposure can lead to tremors, memory loss, and even severe respiratory issues. The lack of awareness and protective measures exacerbates these health problems, making the situation even more dire. The discharged mercury doesn't simply disappear, it leaches into the soil and contaminates water sources. Once in the environment, mercury can transform into methylmercury, a highly toxic compound that accumulates in the food chain. This contamination can persist for years, affecting not just the immediate area but also distant ecosystems. Rivers and streams, once sources of life and livelihood for communities, are transformed into toxic streams, poisoning fish and making the water unfit for consumption or irrigation. The mercury pollution affects aquatic life, leading to bioaccumulation in fish, which are then consumed by local populations, further spreading the toxic effects. This contamination extends far beyond the immediate mining areas, impacting downstream communities and ecosystems. The toxic effects of mercury can be felt hundreds of miles away from the original source, affecting agriculture, drinking water, and the overall health of entire communities. The long-term environmental damage is profound, with ecosystems struggling to recover from the persistent presence of mercury. The human cost is equally staggering. Children playing near contaminated water sources are at risk of developmental issues, while adults face chronic health problems. Local health clinics often see cases of mercury poisoning, but with limited resources, treatment is challenging. The social and economic impact on these communities is devastating, as they struggle to cope with the health crisis and the loss of their natural resources. Efforts to address this issue are ongoing. Environmental activists are raising awareness, and some governments are beginning to take action by inspecting mining sites and implementing stricter regulations. Cleanup efforts are also underway, but the process is slow and costly. The fight against mercury pollution is a long and arduous one, requiring global cooperation and sustained effort. There is hope, however. Sustainable practices and alternative methods of gold extraction that do not rely on mercury are being developed and promoted. Communities are being educated on the dangers of mercury and the benefits of protecting their environment. With continued effort and innovation, it is possible to mitigate the impact of mercury and restore the health of affected ecosystems and communities. Section 4. Scarred Earth, Soil, Erosion and Agricultural Decline. Illegal mining operations leave behind a trail of environmental destruction, transforming fertile land into barren wastelands. The removal of topsoil, a vital component for plant growth, renders the land infertile and susceptible to erosion. Rainwater, instead of percolating and replenishing groundwater, washes away the exposed soil, leading to severe erosion and land degradation. This degradation has severe implications for agriculture, the backbone of many rural communities. Farmers who once relied on the land for their livelihood are left with infertile fields unable to sustain crops. The decline in agricultural productivity leads to food insecurity, forcing communities to rely on external aid and perpetuating a vicious cycle of poverty. Section 5. A silent epidemic. Health risks of illegal mining. The environmental degradation caused by illegal mining has direct and severe consequences for human health. The contamination of water sources with mercury and other heavy metals poses a significant public health risk. Exposure to these toxins can lead to a range of health issues, including neurological disorders, kidney damage, and respiratory problems. Children are particularly vulnerable to the effects of these toxins, which can impair cognitive development and cause long-term health complications. Furthermore, the makeshift living conditions in mining communities, often lacking proper sanitation and healthcare facilities, contribute to the spread of infectious diseases, exacerbating the health crisis.